Here are my thoughts on the Ironman W's update. I'm going to go over what I think is good, what I think is bad, and also some of my ideas on how we can make the game mode better. First off, I think Ironman is meant to be a mode where you have to grind everything mostly yourself. The only help I think that you should get is, of course, co-op members and minions. And if you can beat bosses alone, people can help kill your bosses to just speed up the boss time faster. Or for dungeon runs, if you are running with people that are equal kata, equal gear, or worse, if you can beat the floors, then other people can join and speed up the dungeon runs. Essentially, if you can beat the floor or the boss alone, or with people that have equal gear or worse than you, then I think that people should be able to join and help you speed the runs up or speed the bosses up. This is personally how I do it. If you want to get carries, go ahead. It's your profile. I personally just do this because I get more enjoyment and satisfaction out of doing the bosses or runs first myself, so that I know that I can beat the floor or beat the boss, and then I just have people join, and it's like, yeah, it's just speeding up the process. I can do it alone, but I'm just having people join and speed it up for me. This is why I think Ironman is amazing until you get past the hype and term. While you're going up for hype and term, it's amazing. I love it. Ironman's amazing. But once you get to the point where you're past hype and term, you essentially sit down and you're just mining or farming for hundreds of hours, because all you need is money. You need money for Dark Auction, Shen's Auction, Stonk's Auction, all that stuff. It's just not great. So, like I said, I'm going to go over some of the good things, then I'll go over the bad things, then I'll give my thoughts on it. Some of the good things I like are this /petty system. I can finally get Zoro. I hate that damn rabbit. I hate that they locked him behind a stupid RNG method and you can't get him unless you just get lucky. I hate it. I'm missing a divine and 2 mythics, and I can't get damn Zoro. I would trade all my rabbits for just Zoro. But now I can finally get it to this pity system. It's also nice because I'll be able to see things like the Crimson Isle trophy fish pity system. Just makes it easier to see. Glaciate mine shafts are nice. Hoppy's hunt's nice. I mean, everything else I guess is nice, but I don't really care about any of that. But the Crimson Isle trophy fish pity, the Hoppy's hunt pity, and Glaciate mine shafts are pretty nice. So, nice quality of life update. And now here we go to Ironman W's, which I do not think is very good of an update. Ironman only Shen's Auction, very good. Very good. I was not going to grind for coins on, like, I think artifact control is like 2 bill. I'm not doing that on Ironman. No way. Norm profile conversion. I personally will not be converting my profile to a norm profile, but it is nice they added this. If someone started an Ironman, got decently far, and realized, I don't like the later game parts of Ironman, where it's just sitting down, mining, or the grinds get a little bit longer, and you're like, I don't love this, and then they want to switch back. It's nice. Kind of weird that it's in the Ironman W section, but it is nice. Nice quality of life. Cosmetic tab and age. I like it. I'll rarely use it for now. I'll get into that later in the video, but if I do use it, I'm probably only going to buy dyes and helmet skins. Nice quality of life update, so you don't have to spend real life money to get dyes or get stupid lucky to drop a dye, and that's only 1 dye out of 3 for most sets, maybe 4 if you want like full sorrow dyed or something. So nice update. You'll also be able to get custom helmets, which is what I get. Pet skins. I don't care for pet skins, but custom helmets, dyes, what I will be getting. If they can fix Ironman a little bit better. I'll get into that later in the video. Dwarven Ironman Guild. This is nice. Nice little thing. Tells you what Ironman is. The only issue is, it's in a spot that no one will go. I've been here maybe 10 times. It's above the spawn in Dwarven Mines. I've been there maybe 10 times, and like 6 of them were probably just me running around talking to people in Discord, or maybe talking to stream. They need to move this to a different spot. I like that they're adding it, but it needs to be in a different spot because no one's going to see this unless they have like a quest that points them here or something. They either need to move it or add like a quest or something. For dungeon shard changes, I can't give my thought on Thorn because I have not done too much hunting or attribute grinding, so I don't know how you get this before. I thought it was from floor 4 or M4, but apparently it drops exclusively from master mode now. I don't know if that's different or not. I do like that they added a scarf shard for more dungeon class experience. Makes sense. It's nice. It's also only from master mode floor 2, gives that floor an actual purpose. And now people will be able to get dungeon class a lot easier. And I know that's nice for some people because some people hate dungeons and don't want to grind for class average 50. So, nice change. Can't give my thoughts on Thorn, but I guess it's nice that it drops from master mode floor 4. I thought it was both floor 4 and master mode, but maybe it's only master mode floor 4. I don't know. But nice changes. Farming changes are eh. They're good. They're nice, but they're nothing major. Nothing insane. All fishing changes are overall pretty good. Just less players to get max stats. I'm assuming this was used to troll. Nice that I got rid of it. So happy that they added this back. I can actually buy fish bait a lot easier now without having to water fish. This is the only one that I'm not 100% on. Early game, I hated it. I absolutely hated the fact that people could totem of corruption my mobs. But now I like it when someone is placing totems down and I can just kill them to get the bait. I mean, I don't need the bait anymore because I got stupid lucky with my trophy fish. But early game, I like it. Later game, don't like it. Overall, little neutral. I'd say I'm probably slightly more happy about it than dislike it. But overall, fishing, fine. Foraging, fine. They all should have just been there. Mining changes are probably fine. I think they're pretty good, except for it just depends on how rare Frozen Scoot is. If Frozen Scoot's too rare, I don't love it because it's a new rarity of pet, which is just locked behind XP, which could be really annoying because Vanguard corpses don't have an RNG meter. But overall, decent. Maybe this can be used to mine, probably not, but we'll have to see. All the powder changes, really good. I already maxed Mithril powder though, so don't really need that. This changes here though, very good. I don't have max glaciite, everything else I do have max. I do love that they're making powder easier to get, very good change. This speed up King Yolker's yapping, I literally stated this in a stream, like why does he just yap constantly and it's so slow? So this is nice. Miscellaneous changes are fine. Double quantities of artifact of control, good. I don't know, it says don't ask. Yeah, I don't know why this was a thing. This is just nice quality of life. This was just trolling, so happy it's gone. Now we can actually get specific mares that actually have their good perk, which for me right now, all I really care about is coal. Because, like I said, I'll get into it more in the video, like later, but yeah, I only care for coal right now. And the final thing that I like is right here, such as having more ask for something other than a spirit mask as part of the Xylophone contact, and the spirit mask itself to come from master mode floor 4 instead of dark auction. Great change. Love it. Those are the good things that I like. Now onto the things that I don't really like. My main critiques for this update are mostly going to be focused on the coin sinks in the game, as I think that's what Iron Man is currently struggling the most with. So this is meant to be the Ironman W's update. And the only things related to Iron Man were Iron Man only Shens, normal profile conversion, which is kind of weird that you're putting normal profile conversion in Iron Man W's. You're essentially saying, yeah, part of Iron Man W's is don't be Iron Man. That's a bit weird, but it's nice for some people. And cosmetic tab and age, which is nice, but you're going to need stupid amounts of money. So logically speaking, you should not be doing this for a while. And a guild that no one will ever see. That is Ironman W's. That's it. Another change. Why are we removing Smite 7 from Tamayoka's shop? It costs 25 mil to buy, and to get it the other way forces you to do rev. For normal profiles, they can just buy Smite 7 for way cheaper. They can just buy Smite 6 and then get the Severed Hand, I believe it is, and then they have a Smite 7 for like 10 mil. For Ironman, this forces you to do Revenant Slayer, which would still be cheaper, but it would be nice to have two different ways to get Smite 7. This change only hurts Ironman. That's it. Normal profiles can just buy it for 10 mil. Ironman now have to do Revenant in order to get Smite 7. I'd like there to be multiple different options. This is one of the biggest ones. Why are we nerfing Maniac Miner to 500 mining fortune? It hurts both profiles, but especially Ironman, where mining is essentially the best way to make money. Like farming, I think I was making like 15 mil an hour maybe. I don't know exactly, but I think it's about 15 mil an hour, and mining I'm making like 30 mil. So it's literally twice as fast. And we're just nerfing it and mainly hurting Ironmans. And the worst part of Ironman in my eyes is the coin sinks. Some of the coin sinks are like Dark Auction, Shen's Auction, Stock Auction, some other things. But those are like the biggest things that I find is the problem with Ironman. And they're just nerfing this, which is just end up hurting Ironman more in the Ironman W's update. In my opinion, I think it's stupid that they're making Ironman's best money-making method worse and barely addressing the coin sinks. The only coin sink they added was the Spirit Mask into Master Mode for 4, which is nice, and Ironman only Shen's Auction. That's the only coin sinks that they've changed. I think that's really stupid. This change down here is stupid. Why are we just killing Reaper armor? No one will use this set now. I personally love when you have to use different sets for slight different things or different items for slight different uses. So like Reaper armor swapping, it's nice. It gives the set a purpose. It's something that the admins have coded, developed, taken time. And now they're going to quite literally make this into another set that you make, put in the museum, and never touch again. You're also already scaling enchants that are specific mob types down. You're reducing Soul Eater damage outside of dungeons, and you're nerfing Reaper armor. Why? You're just doing so much less damage for no reason. I don't know why we're removing the item description, saying that they give fuel as its primary purpose. I know they still can be used for fuel, but new players are not going to know that. They're just going to get the fossils, make it into the pet, and then throw the fossil out because they think it has no more use. When essentially their main use is to give fuel, or at least for me, it is to give fuel. The only reason I actually have fossils and the reason I keep refueling my drill is because of the stupid amount of fossils I get from doing nucleus runs or opening scrap. And now they're just going to do this. New players are not going to know that they can be used for fuel, and they're just going to throw them out, and it is their main use. It says it's not their primary purpose. It is their primary purpose. After you make a pet, that is their primary purpose. And you barely make, like, it. You don't need that many to make the pets. So they should just not be removing the description. Okay, that was it. That was all the changes that I think were good or bad. I'm going to give my opinion on the changes now. And they are literally all related to money. Because I think Ironman is great, other than the fact that you need stupid amounts of money. And they just are not addressing the coin sinks. Except for Ironman only Shens. Okay, biggest gripe. Make Ironman have Dark Auction only as well. Ironman only Shen, Ironman only Dark Auction. Ironmans have to compete with normal profiles in order to get a talisman or the specific item. Normal profiles are trying to just get a talisman, usually. Ironmans have to get both the talisman and the actual item itself. And it's just making both profiles hurt because you're just having to spend more money for no reason. If you're worried about Ironman dark auctions being too cheap, you can just add a base sell price that is higher, like base auction bid that is higher than the normal profiles auction, right? And that way items still won't be too cheap, but they'll be cheaper than trying to compete with other players. And that would just essentially fix most Ironman issues. This and Shen's are probably two of the biggest issues with Ironman because it's just money sinks. And that is what I personally think is the worst part of Ironman, is just straight up the money sinks. Another change that I would like to see is make stonk auctions Ironman only. This isn't necessary, but it would be really, really nice because, yet again, it's just another money sink. Like, we already have too many money sinks. Like, we have stonk, we have Shen, we have dark auction, we have fan, we have cat, like, we have dungeons. I'm actually okay with dungeons being a money sink. We have Kudra. I'm okay with that, though. Slayers are also a money sink. Like, overall, there's just... That's just some. There's just too many that I feel like if you could just reduce the amount of money sinks, mostly Shen's and mostly dark auction. If you reduce those two, Ironman is, like, in a really good spot. I would probably go ahead and be like, okay, I'll suffer through stonks if those two are Ironman only. Because to get this Avarice, it was like, actually, I don't even remember. I spent a lot of money. I might have spent like 200, 300, maybe 400 mil on it. I don't remember exactly. But I spent a good amount of money on this Avarice. Have not put too much into it, but I've spent a good amount of money on the Avarice. I feel like a lot of Ironmans share this opinion. I want specific RNG drops to have NPC sell price. If I go down to Backpack 18, I have 3 Overflux Capacitors, a Shard of the Shredded, a Vial, a Shadow Warp, and I think I have something else somewhere. No, I might not. Okay, anyway. I have multiple dupe RNG drops that I can't sell. I can't do it. So what would be nice is to have RNG drops like a Shadow Warp, Vial, Capacitor, Heart, Core, stuff like that. Have an NPC sell price. It doesn't have to be too high. Say I want to go ahead and get money, right? Right now my options are either go ahead and farm or go ahead and mine. Those are my 2 options. I wish that there was more options. Say I could do Slayers. Maybe it's not as much as mining or farming, or it's more RNG dependent, of course, because it's an RNG drop. But it would be nice to not have only 2 options to make money. So say I go ahead and I want to do Enderman Slayer because I find Enderman Slayer really fun. I can go do Enderman Slayer. I already have, I think, 2 terms, right? Yeah, I already have 2 terms. I don't technically need more terms. I mean, I'm going to get more terms because I find Enderman Slayer fun. But let's just say I have, I don't know, 5 terms. Let's just say I have 5 terms. And I still want to do Enderman Slayer because I just find it fun. I can then get cores and then I can sell the cores for money. It would just be nice to not have to do mining or farming for money. The admins as well, if they're like worried about normal profiles somehow abusing this, you can just add it for a check if you're Ironman. So like, I know they have a tag for Ironman because over here at Bazaar, I don't have a cookie on, so I can't type /Bazaar. But over here at Bazaar, Ironman can only buy cookies. So we have a tag So you can just go ahead and say, I don't know if it's like in the specific item itself or if it's in somewhere else. I don't know. I'm not a developer of Hypixel, but you could just grab the overflux. You can go to NPC. I don't have a cookie, so I can't do that. You'd go to an NPC and it would say, if Iron Man, you can sell it. Boom. That way normal profiles can't sell it and they can't abuse it, and Iron Man can still drop it and sell it. And then it's a win-win. I mean, I don't know why a normal profile would ever want to sell an RNG drop to NPC when they can just sell it on the AH or Bazaar. I think this is AH. Yeah, it's AH. But it would just be nice to be able to have that. Another personal gripe of mine is way back when they did the mining changes, right? They changed armor, they added glossy mineral. Overall, update was great, made early game mining even better, made overall mining way better. The only thing I hate is they essentially made Devon pointless. It's used in the tunnels, glacier tunnels, and it's used in like mining diamonds, but only one piece. That is quite literally it. And Devon is meant to be the best mining set in the game. Yet, in reality, it kind of isn't. It's glossy mineral. It's stupid. Like, I hate that they nerfed the gemstones because the gemstones needed the most gear, the most powder, the most skill, like a good route. They were time limited because Crystal Hollows closes, and they obviously require the most skill because you have to like go ahead and mine and try not to stay on a single glass block for too long. Overall, it required the most skill, required most items, all that. And now Devon has been essentially moved from the best mining set in the game to, should I get Devon or should I get Glossy Mineral? Get Glossy Mineral. Get one piece Devon, get Glossy Mineral. Like, how is Glossy Mineral now a set that's 31 million coins more expensive than this helmet apparently is worth 546 million. Actually, it might not be fair because it has a skin on it. 130 million versus 46. Why is the 46 million coin piece just miles better than Devon? I don't understand that. Everything else with the update was great. That was the only thing that I don't understand, why gemstones are not the best money-making method for mining. Or at least best money-making method on Ironman. It makes no sense. And yet again, I don't know why they're changing Maniac Miner from, what, 1,000, I believe, capped mining fortune to 500. It hurts both profiles, but it mainly hurts Ironman. Like, why? It's an Ironman W's update, and you added, what, 2 good things, I believe? You added Ironman only Shens, and Spirit Mask is not on Dark Auction anymore. Those are the 2 big ones. Everything else is like, I guess it's somewhat nice, but it's not necessarily needed. Like Cosmetic Auction House, switching from Ironman to normal profile. Why? And the last change that I would like to see is changing some NPC sell prices around and adding NPC sell prices. So, for example, I don't have a cookie, so I can't do that. I have 600. Wait, they added an NPC sell price? Okay, that was not a thing. Before, glossy or refined minerals didn't have an NPC sell price. Now they do. It's still awful, but I had 619 million, I believe. Yeah, 619 million worth of refined minerals, and they sell for 128K a stack, which I didn't actually realize that they added a NPC sell price for them, which is nice. That was one of my things that I would like them to change, add NPC sell prices for things, and also tweak some NPC sell prices, because 120 a stack, 128,000 a stack, that's ridiculous. Yeah, so some items have NPC sell price, but they're stupid. Like, this is worth 1.7 mil. I can sell for 3.8K. Like, are we serious? I'm not necessarily saying make it equal to Bazaar. I'm just saying tweak some of the numbers around, because 30 Revenant Viscera should not be worth 3.8K if it's worth 1.7 mil. And especially with the, like, glossies and refined. Like, these should be worth way more than, what, 128 and 256? This is worth 105 mil, and I could sell it for, how much? 256. It's worth 105 mil, or 106 mil, essentially. I can sell it for 256. That does not make sense. Overall, Ironman's a great game mode. In the early parts, before you get hype and term, where you actually have to grind items, it's amazing. It's so good. But once you get a hype and term and get a little farther in the game, the gameplay loop is essentially you go warp mines, or you go farm, and then you go over here, you mine diamonds. There's probably somebody mining diamonds. Oh, wow, there actually is not. Okay, well, you do this. I don't have my pickaxe out. One moment. This is the entire gameplay loop of Ironman in a moment. It's just... I'm missing a lot, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is the entire gameplay loop of Ironman. You do this for 15 hours. You go ahead, sell all the diamonds that you get. Then what do? You go ahead, go to Dark Auction, go to Shen's, do whatever. Or if you're doing it for Dark Auction, let's say you're trying to get a Ender artifact. How much is Ender? Ender artifacts. I can't see the price. I think it's like 400 mil. So whatever, you do this for like 15 hours, you try to buy it, then you're like, it's overbid, I can't get it. Then you go back doing this for another 5 hours. You go then to Dark Auction. Then you go buy the item. And then you come right back here. And you go, okay, let's go for a Wither artifact. Which is another like 120 mil, I think. And then you just do this again. This is later game Ironman. And that's for, I'm not going to say cheap items. But like 500 mil, 100... And then there's some things that are like currently 2 bill, like the Artifact of Control, stuff like that. This is later game Ironman. You just sit there and either mine diamonds or sit there and farm. It's like, it's not hard to get the money. It's not hard to get the items. It's just not what Ironman should be. Ironman shouldn't be sit and mine diamonds for 15 hours, 20 hours, buy one item, go back, do it another 20 hours. Like, it's meant to be a more difficult game mode where you have to grind the items and you have to grind the stuff, and that's how you can get it. You could move some of these talismans as well to specific collections, like Wither artifact. You could have that in dungeons. You know, like Nether artifact. You could have that in Blaze Slayer. Like, I don't know. You should have more craftable recipes and not necessarily more just sit there money grinds. That's the thing that I don't like about Ironman right now, is it's just sit there for 15, 20 hours, mine diamonds, buy one item, go ahead and do that again, buy one item, do that on repeat constantly for hundreds and hundreds of hours. And that's not what Ironman is, which is why I think early game Ironman and like mid game Ironman is great, amazing. But once you get a little bit later, it's not nearly as fun. Anyway, that's my opinions. If you like them, let me know. If you have any, if you agree, disagree, let me know. Let me also know what your opinions, like what changes you would like to see for Ironman, because those are just some of mine, mostly all money related, because other than that, I think Ironman is in like a great spot. maybe add like an RNG meter for, Pendant. Or like Vanguard corpses, something like that. Other than that, Iron Man is like essentially fine. Like I think it's a good game mode, and if you just reduce the amount of money sinks, it's perfect. Okay, well, anyway, thanks guys for watching. Have a great day, and peace out.